Shalom.
First and foremost, we like to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash.
The announce to the apostle, elders, great millstone. Blessings go out to the elect, the few sisters, and the Israelite foreigners that's waking up and doing learning this truth. All right? The times that we're living in is very perilous, man. Okay? No joke. Scripture talk about time as not as before since history. Okay? And the key thing that we have to have is faith, man, because that's the only thing that's going to deliver us. Faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's the only power, all right, that's going to deliver us in this time. The only thing that's going to deliver us, man. Somebody get that James 20,
James chapter 1, verse 12. It say, blessed is the man that endureth temptation. For when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him.
Right, and I said one of the main temptations that are fighting shit, man. All right? And then you got the famine, all right? Esau got his concentration camps, torture camps, and stuff like that. Okay, all right. We're about to be in we're in times of survival of the fittest, man. People gonna have that mindset, man. It's gonna be me or you, dog eat dog time, man. All right. So when that temptation come, all right, when these dangers come, the Lord's gonna deliver us out of them. It's the same way He got the Spirit on us to believe in His truth, all right. You know what I'm saying? He gonna have the Spirit on us and make a way for us during them times. It's a crown of life. All right, that can involve an angel saving you, spiritual power. All right, amongst many things. Go ahead.
Can I add to you real quick? I'm gonna give it right back to you. I just wanted to add to what the brother's saying, you know, because take into consideration all the things that the Lord brought you through up until this point where we are today. You know, brothers got many testimonies that we can recount on, lean back on, of the Lord delivering us, man.
Even the niggas out there, I got even the niggas who won't want to come back to the Lord got times where they be like, oh, I almost died, or this almost happened to me, not knowing that the Lord delivered them out of that.
Yeah, bro. You know, whether it been a run-in with the police, or you went through an infirmity in the flesh, you know, these are all things to build your faith that you went through. The Lord got you through all the way up to this present point. So have faith that the Lord can get you through what we about to go through.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead.
John chapter 6 and verse 35, and Yahushua said to them, I am the bread of life. He that comes to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst.
Right, really, this truth. All right, you searching for the truth, man. All right, you're not gonna never be trying to look for that, man. Okay, because the Lord is He's the truth and He's the way, man. Okay, go ahead.
So I say unto you that ye also have seen me and believe not. All that the Father giveth me shall come to me, and him that cometh to me I will in no wise cast out.
Right, that's the elect, man. Okay, so if you meant to be part of the elect, you're gonna stay in this truth to the end. All right, go ahead.
It says, for I came down from heaven not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me. And this is the Father's will which has sent me, that of all which he hath given me I shall lose nothing, but shall raise it up again at the last day.
Keep going.
And this is the will of him that sent me, that everyone which seeth the Son and believeth on him may have everlasting life, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Right, and we're in the last days right now. So you brothers and all across the four corners and stuff like that, you waking up to the truth. Okay? That's the example of you being risen up in the last days, man. All right, and you stay in this thing until the very end, man. And what's the very end? Jacob's trouble, okay? When all those things are presented to you, man, what the scriptures talk about, okay, you gonna prevail, man. You gonna prevail, man.
Well, ultimately gonna be saved. But the scriptures say, he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved, man.
Right. If you got it, yeah, Papa Shop, bring it out.
This is Matthew 24 and 13. It say, but he that shall endure to the end, the same shall be saved.
When you go into that word saved, it means to be rescued from danger or destruction. Because you got these Christians out here, hey, like the brother just read, where the scriptures say, follow the way of the Lord, or be about the Lord's business. Okay, these Christians, they follow in their own hearts. They doing what they want to do. Do as thou wilt. Even Yahweh Shah, who the world even called Jesus Christ, he ain't do what he wanted to do. He did the will of the Heavenly Father, man. So, you know, back to that saved question, you know, why you got these Christians proclaiming that they saved, nobody's saved yet, man. And then the scriptures also say, the world was created for many were created, but a few saved. Only a small remnant gonna be delivered from that danger of destruction.
Right. You get that in Isaiah?
I got you, brother.
Yep.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24. If you don't mind, I'm gonna start up a bit. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 8. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth. What's a tabret? It's an instrument, right? A musical instrument, right?
Yeah, mirth is like entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It said the mirth of tabrets ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. So yeah, man, eventually all this music, this noise that people like to gravitate towards is gonna end, man. It's gonna come to an end.
Well, that happened before during the image or whatever.
Yeah.
When they was canceling all the shows and shit, you know, for all the different artists, and then they had to go online and start doing like the online performances and stuff. That's when they started coming out with verses, you know what I'm saying? When they was, you had the artists, you know what I'm saying, the verses battle. So that happened before.
Rappers was mad too because a lot of those rappers, they get money off their shows, man, because they be in debt with those labels, man. So they had to get those shows, those $20,000, those $30,000 of shows, and then they was limiting the people who will be able to purchase tickets due to the you know, the 6 feet apart. Yeah. So hey, that dropped. The niggas was going from 30,000 a show and having to take that hot 10.
Yeah. The digital era is taking over too, because people used to buy CDs and mixtapes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All that shit has been replaced with streaming.
That's it, brother. So yeah, all that stuff gonna come to an end. That's why I said it's ceasing. It says, verse 9, Isaiah 24:9. They shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Niggas in the bar, niggas listening to the music, they jamming, drinking at the bar all day. Man, that shit about to go out the door, man.
Yeah, because in the time that we coming into, you see people gonna be drinking to forget their misery and their sorrows. They ain't gonna be drinking to turn up to you know what I'm saying, enjoy. Oh, they just got paid. It's Friday. You know what I'm saying? Another week down, etc. No, they gonna be rejoicing. I mean, they gonna be drinking to try to get over the misery, just seeing that fellow loved one put to death, man. That's the times we coming into.
Right,
You know,
because wine and alcohol in general is a numbing agent.
yeah.
So when you consume alcohol or any other type of, you know what I'm saying, like substances that numb the pain. You know what I'm saying? So that's really why people are gonna be drinking in that time to forget their miseries. That's why the scripture say that. And they may forget their miseries and remember they no more.
And that's why people on the corner be so drunk like that.
Yeah.
When they sit on the corner, they get drunk because they
They
go
call
out
wino.
Wino.
That's how they refer to it.
If I can add to you, brothers, because that's why the beloved Apostle Harry said that's a good bartering agent to have alcohol on hand, because you can use it to make a trade or a deal with someone that may be going through something. But on top of that, was it Noah? He drunk after he seen all after the flood, man. After the Lord judged all them people, man.
Right.
You know, he drunk wine, man.
To numb his pain, bro.
Yeah, man.
Feel me? The Lord has killed everybody on the planet Earth, bro.
Bro.
Except for Noah and his 3 sons and they women and the animals, the ones that the Lord brought into the ark. So of course that's a serious thing, man.
That's serious, bro.
Proverbs 31:6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy hearts.
Yeah.
Let him drink and forget his poverty and remember his misery no more.
Hey, because if I wanted to put things into perspective, just to paint an image in people's minds, you know, imagine that, man. You know, here it is. Everyone's once on the earth, they scoffing, they scorning, etc. The Lord judged their ass. It's a catastrophic event. The waters prevailed 150 days, I believe it was, and then he come out and there's nobody else there. Hey, the scripture talk about the times we're coming into to where a man shall desire to see one another, man. You know what I'm saying? And to hear his voice.
And then not only to mention that, because Noah probably had family, like real family members and relatives that was seen had died. They screaming, you know what I'm saying? That's a traumatizing experience, man. True, you see babies drowning to death. You see a motherfucker drowning, you know?
Hearing their screams, you know what I'm saying?
They beating on the
But
side
the Lord
of the
have mercy on you, yeah. Like you said, the brother said, you know, they beating on the side of the ark trying to get in, man. You know, but the Lord have mercy on you and your house. I would drink too, you know? So yeah, drinking is a numbing agent, you know, it makes people forget a lot of the miseries that they going through, man.
Matter of fact, let me get the add on to that.
I got you.
And it says Sirach 31 in verse 27, wine is as good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately. What life is then to a man that's without wine, for it was made to make men glad.
It was made to make men glad, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Lord, made wine, man. Okay? You know, you got a lot of people that wonder why certain things are made in the world and whatnot. You know, it's good you tell the Sirach too. It say,
Things for the man's life.
yeah, no, it say why was this made and stuff like that. I forgot how it go, but the Lord made it had a purpose for
Man's
everything.
use.
Yeah, for men's
Like,
use. You know
yeah, I
what
know
I'm
what I
saying?
said.
Hey, look at Yahweh Shah.
Get it real quick.
Think about the things Yahweh Shah did and had to go through while he was on earth, man. And to stay on that business, you know, hey, Yahweh Shah drunk wine, man. He had to drink a lot of wine.
Yeah, that proves the point, man. That's the Lord was grieving, man. All right, you got Christians, they don't talk about how the Lord was grieving like that, man. You know what I'm saying? When he had his ministry going and stuff like that, 12. All right, the Lord was in hardship, man. Okay, he was stressing like a motherfucker, man. That's why the scripture say he drunk wine, because what? It made him glad, man.
Dealing with niggas, man.
Took off the edge. You know?
And you know, he had drunk it so much they called him wine.
Yeah.
Like, why did they turn him alcoholic because he drank so much?
Yeah, and really, for real, they say that because every time they see him, he was drinking. But not knowing he was drinking in that moderation, he wasn't drunk. You know what I'm saying? That's why scripture say drink measurably, which I can tell you all about that because I used to drink out of control, man. You know?
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 39, verse 21. A man need not to say, what is this? Wherefore is that?
Yeah.
For he hath made all things for their uses.
Right, so people wondering why, like, damn, why the Lord make mosquitoes, or why why is there certain phenomena or certain things that you don't understand was created, man. All right, the Lord has a purpose for everything. Nothing was created in vain, man. You know.
Let me go down because y'all speaking about wine. This is Sirach 39 and 26. The principal things for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil and clothing.
Blood of the grape.
Yeah.
That's wine.
Yep.
You still got that too? You got that, all right, y'all?
Yes, sir. Salaki. Isaiah chapter 24, back in verse 10. I'm going to bring back verse 9. They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down.
That's America. This place is confusion, man. All right, go ahead.
It says, every house is shut up that no man may come in.
Uh-huh.
There is a crying for wine in the streets.
Uh-huh.
All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Mirth of the land is gone, man. All right. People are on edge, man. All right. And they freaking out, man, because they see that the future is grim. All right.
That's right.
There is no future.
That's right.
All right. You got these Edomites, man. Are they going on TikTok? All right, social media complaining about how hard life is now. When Jake, we've been facing that shit the whole damn time. You know what I'm saying? They making decisions for either rent or groceries. You know what I'm saying? Or gas. All right, we've been feeling that this whole goddamn time. What was the complaint then? You know?
There's been an increase in people like being homeless, man. Especially out there like California, etc. It's like a trend. Like people are homeless, they still got a job, they still get forced some things, but they can't afford to rent out a home. So basically doing like YouTube look, they such being homeless.
Yeah, suicide, you know, people killing themselves. You're right about that. These Edomites are, and these women too, instead of downgrading on their lifestyle, all right, and selling for something
Basic
less basic, they'd rather sleep in their car and whatnot until they get back to that status, man. Because these people are vain. They live their lives in vain, man.
They don't like the downgrade. You even
No.
see that. You even see that with a damn something simple as an iPhone. And they got an iPhone 13. They refuse to downgrade. They'll rock their phone until they be able to get another iPhone 13. This society is afraid to downgrade, man. This society promotes upgrade. You always have to upgrade. That's why every year they come out with a new damn car. Because this society promotes upgrade. Right now, man, people financial stability. These elites, man, is sucking everybody dry, man, and fattening their own pockets.
If I could get this, if I could say this real quick though, too, because we just read in Isaiah 24 and 11, it said that there's a crying for wine in the streets. You see, people are gonna be desirous of the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we possess. Can somebody real quick, Bible shop, if you don't mind, real quick. Amos 8 and 11 and 12. That's what you're thinking? Yeah, bro. Because people gonna be desiring of the knowledge that we possess. They gonna want answers, man. People gonna want to know, why is life like this? Why is the damn CEO? We passed the Bed Bath & Beyond today. Why is the CEO? Why did he kill himself?
With all that money, he nigga worth billions of dollars, man. But he jumped off fucking 17 stories.
Yeah.
But he a millionaire though.
Yeah. You know.
And that's the most dangerous and scariest thing to a human being when you don't know, you don't have understanding of something.
Yeah.
Because when you don't have understanding of something or know what something is capable of, whether it be a beast or a human or a disease, we don't understand something as a human being. Your mind is fucking racing 1,000 miles ahead, trying to figure out how dangerous this is or what could it possibly be, man. That's scary as fuck.
Look how Jake living now. Not knowing that it's instead of, you know, having when Jake at war with each other, not knowing that the Lord control everything. You get straight to the source. You know, knowing that the Lord control this man that you at war with.
Yeah.
That's why Jake off drugs. That's why Jake riding around with vests on, poles, keep getting pulled over by Esau. That's why Jake living the way they living, man.
And if I can add to you too, like you said, people fear what they don't know.
Yes,
Your mind creates scenarios of how worse or how bad this outcome could be.
Exactly.
And it might not even be that bad. You know, that's what the scriptures talk about. Fear is nothing but the portraying of succors, which reason is offering, man, in the Apocrypha. You know? So you got it.
This Amos 8 and 12.
11. Start at 11.
This Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, I will send a famine in the land. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh.
You see, we trying to tell our people to come back to Yahweh Shimei Al-Shah. You see what I'm saying? We trying to tell our people to come. We already got the names of the Lord. We know who to call upon. We know not to take it tiny technology. We know, etc., what it is to know in order to obtain salvation. We out here trying to preach the same message to our people, man. You see what I'm saying? And then when all hell starts to break loose, that's when they gonna want to start to inquire. All right, I can't go to work no more because the money is obsolete. Okay, none of that other stuff matters no more. Riding on big rims and blasting music, none of that shit gonna matter no more. What can I do to be saved? But you ain't gonna be able to get on the internet and find our videos like that. You ain't gonna be able to come out here and find us like that. The scriptures even say so much that the tongue will cleave to the roof of that mouth that they shall be dumb and no more will prove it. Call all y'all by Shimei Al-Shah. You got it out.
Amos 8 and 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even unto the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
That's it, man. And that's why we stress that, look, man, it will behoove you Israelites out there to repent and come back into Yahweh Shimei Al-Shah, your creator, man. You know what I'm saying? It's he that's bringing these plagues and calamities on the earth. It's he that's about to bring these famines, which, like the brother just read, it's going to be a famine of the word, but simultaneously, it's going to be a literal famine too. You got the brother sent an article about like 3 million chickens are getting euthanized here in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? This coming after the already livestock was getting euthanized a few months back. All of this going to have a trickle-down effect in the up and coming weeks and months.
And also, people got to understand these certain things that's happening in these other countries. These other countries had a more weaker system or structure than America. America has a strong structure or had a strong economy. So it's going to take a little bit more of a time to actually break through this economy. And it's happening. Yeah. Right now, America is in a hospice situation, man. Okay, but I wanted to get this because the brother was going into the famine of the word. Because even if you do come across a prophet, man, you may have a prophet in your family, you may have a prophet that may live on your block, and you might be able to run into him and ask him, what can we do? What should we do? Jeremiah 15 and 1, then said the Lord unto me, though Moses and Samuel stood before me, yet my mind could not be towards this people. Cast them out of my sight and let them go forth.
Now, I'm going to say this. They were representatives of righteousness. Moses, Samuel, you know what I'm saying? They were an example for righteousness, man. Keep going.
Verse 2, and it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whether shall we go forth, then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as are for death to death, and such as are for the sword to sword, and such as are for famine to famine, and such as are for captivity to captivity.
So you're going to have those people that's still going to come up trying to inquire, even when all hell breaking loose. And you're going to have to let them know what it is, their judgment, man. If they not, of course, of the chosen.
What people don't understand is when you scoff the men of the Lord, when you walk past the prophet, when you skip the videos, the Lord marking you for death, man. The Lord, he already got it set up how you going out, man. You know what? This nigga just jumped on the apostles and elders come aboard scoffing. He going out by famine. Hey, the Lord, because the Lord know you niggas ain't gonna repent, man. Only people that's gonna repent is the elect, man.
It's Proverbs 4:20. My son, attend to my words, incline thine ear unto my sayings. Let them not depart from thine eyes, keep them in the midst of thine heart, for they are life unto those that find them, and health to all their flesh.
They are life, man.
Right.
All right, the scriptures, man, it's how you get your life in order. All right. I believe Mr. Rock can tell you there's nothing better than a well-instructed mind.
Yeah.
If you watch that movie Limitless, all right, I forgot the name of the main character, what his name was, but that movie Limitless, right, it shows you how basically it's about this guy took a pill, right, and made him smart as hell. All right. Before he took the pill, his life was all fucked up and out of order. But when he started getting his mind right,
He can focus.
he became successful, man, to the point where the man became president. So it goes to show you, man, when you get your mind right, all right, your life, you will be a successful person, basically. You know what I'm saying? You will prosper.
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper, that's his name, man.
Yeah.
All right, so these words right here, these scriptures is going to get your life together, man.
That's right. I got a quick precept for what the brother just said. This is the book of Luke 10:16. He that heareth you, heareth me. And he that despiseth you, despiseth me. And he that despiseth me, despiseth him that sent me. You know? So if you're not taking heed to read the service to prophets, you're not despising us, all right, personally. You're despising our creator, the one who sent us, man.
Bro, that's why the judgment is going to be so harsh for you people. This is what the Lord said, for every idle word man shall speak, they should give account thereof in the day of judgment. Everything you said or scoffed and did, that's why the Lord, hey man, we ain't supposed to let that worry us, man. Because that judgment that's going to come down on you people, man, oh man.
I got you for what you said. If you got something real quick, what you think?
Say if it's you go, yeah.
15
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead. Damn, that's a spirit, bro. 15 and 4?
Yeah, start verse 3.
Yeah.
This is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 3. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak
And if
against
that
thee.
ain't the fucking spirit, the same nigga that I was in the world with, right, that used to do all that fucking scuffle when I first came in the truth, bitch ass walking to school with my French, he walking up right now, that's the spirit, man. Because I used to let what he say bother me, man. Yeah. But guess what? It don't bother me no more because I know why. Everything that a man gonna speak, hey, the Lord gonna get him back for it, man.
They gonna give account.
Hey, it could be on this side. You know, it's gonna be on this side. It could be now or it could be later in Jacob's trouble.
Yeah.
Verse 4. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
All the unfaithful gonna die in their unfaithfulness, man. You know, everybody who's unfaithful, hey, brother, by the fact, go into that word unfaithful, man.
Yeah, because that's what the word incredulity go into. You know?
Unbelief.
Yeah, unbelief.
Doubt.
See, this is the land bearing of faith. Most of these people that's really outside of this inner circle, bro, they unbelievers, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says unfaithful in etymology. It says acting falsely. It says unbelieving. It says not faithful in marriage.
If they believe, don't you think they'd be up here doing what we do? Like we said we believe, right? You know, being about our Father's business, as the scriptures do say. If they believe like we do, they're short by their actions, right? These people there, they walk up and down the street. These people out there ain't got a fucking care in the world, bro. Whole time they one check away from being evicted. Here it is, they going through all kind of shit. But they act like as if they don't got no care in the world, bro.
Yeah, it was a movie that was called Unfaithful, and that's what it dealt with. It dealt with like a woman and her marital, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it said something about unmarried or something.
Yeah, it says not faithful in marriage.
Oh yeah, right. Not faithful in
Adulterous.
marriage. Right. That's what our people. 2/3 of our people. You know what I'm saying? They not faithful in marriage. Who we married to? Heavenly Father. Right. How about you have a shot? You know?
It says not true to duty or obligation.
Yeah, right.
Obligations is to keep the law. That's what our obligations is to follow, keep the laws and statutes and commandments to the best of our ability. And our people was unfaithful when it comes to that, man. That's why they died. You wanna know why there's a lot of death going on? Because hey, Jake is constantly continuing to build up that iniquity, man.
Like they committing spiritual fornication against the Heavenly Father.
Bro, they teaching our people to do it as well.
Right.
So that's why the Lord been judging all these damn rappers, man, because they preach that rebellious spirit to our people, man. Do everything contrary to how much y'all shot, man. That's right.
Nah, this, like I was saying, this second Ezra chapter 9, verse 11, it say, and they that loathe my law while they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised.
It's the place of repentance.
And
Hey, all I'm about to say, bro, on the comment board, this is the place. That's the place of repentance. That's where you ask sincere questions. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. And they say the same must know it after death by pain. And like the brothers were just saying, that's why the Lord smote you, Jakes, man. Because you had an opportunity to get right, but you didn't, man. You just follow after, continue to live after your wickedness, man. And it's gonna be more people dying of previous deaths, man.
Hey, the painful death's gonna be coming in Jacob's trouble, man. This shit that's happening to niggas now, man, they brains blew out. Them mercy kills, man. The Lord gonna have you niggas starving to death, man. Your insides gonna eat your insides, man. Matter of fact, when those missiles hit, when Russia and all these countries shoot missiles on America, and the scriptures say they flesh and melt away while they stand upon their feet, the Lord gonna keep you niggas spirit in your body. You gonna feel that death, man. That's the painful death, man.
That's what you gonna know. That's what you gonna know. How about you guys show us in the game?
That's right. Hey, brother Rashad, let me somebody hold Zephaniah 3 and 8. Let me get this definition for the word despise. In the etymology dictionary, it says to look down upon, to scorn, disdain, treat with contempt. So they look down with disdain and contempt on the laws and the commandments that we, the service, are preaching, man. You know, they look down on the words of the Heavenly Father with hatred, man.
They walk around with the book.
Yeah, but they, man.
They see us out here preaching, but they're smart, like, oh, they got dresses on. That shit weird. They in the cult, so on and so forth. They try to shame it as much as we can. But the whole time, this is the truth. This is the way to salvation.
But just imagine Yahweh Shah, he actually performed miracle in front of the eyes of these people. And they still doubt it, man. So, hey, man, this was supposed to happen. These the same spirits, man. These the same spirits that said, let this man be put to death and let his blood be upon us and our children. These the same individuals, man.
Exactly right. Verse 13, it say, and therefore be not curious how the ungodly shall be punished and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and for whom the world is created. And just using that nigga for example, man. Hey, in the kingdom, if he's not a part of the elect, he'll be one of them Jakes of shame for a long time, man. Because, hey, like my brother said, years ago, he tried to tell the truth. He rejected it, and the Lord still gave him a chance years later to walk past the camp, and he's still scoffing, man. You know, next verse it say, verse 14, it says that I answered and said, I have said before, and now we speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop.
Now, 15? Yeah, man. So there's gonna be a lot more that's gonna be destroyed and that's gonna make it. We hope to be on a remnant that's gonna make it, man. You know? Because to the best of our ability, that's what we doing. Like the scripture say, the fruit of man looketh well into his going. You know? That's what we do, man. We look well into our going. We fear the Lord, man. Y'all got it, man. Bring the piece of it. Y'all got it. You got something. Oh yeah, 3 and 8.
Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord.
Yeah, the Lord told us to wait. You know, he tell you also Romans 12 and 19. He said, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath." He said, "And it is written of me, I will repay," said the Lord, man. You know, it's the Lord's judgment that He's about to bring down, man. You got it?
Therefore, wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy.
These nations, they know. That's why they getting up in arms. You know, you got a lot of nations. You got tensions increasing with these nations, man. You know, we got a lot that's going on to show you that these prophecies about to play out. Armageddon is about to ensue. All right, that third world war, okay, in which our Lord is about to return. Okay, it's about to play out, man, in your lifetime. And we brought that out earlier in Ezekiel 12 and 21. You know, that these days shall no longer be prolonged. All right, that Israel said the effect of every vision faileth. You know, these things ain't gonna be prolonged, man. The Lord said it's gonna happen in your days, man. He's gonna cause that proverb to cease.
Is Jake think when we out here talking about these different things, Jake expect these things to happen within that week or within that month, and if they don't happen, then they ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
If it was up to Jake, man, none of these things would happen.
Like you said, also
2/3 of our people.
we had brought out earlier that Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, that because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully setting them to do evil.
That sentence is coming, man. That judgment is coming, man. The Lord is about to bring that sentence upon the world, man.
It's Second Kings 25 and 8. They say, and in the 5th year, in the 5th month of the 7th day of the month, which is the 19th year of King Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon.
King of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon. Go ahead.
It said, came Nebuzaradan, captain of the guard, a servant of the king of Babylon, to Jerusalem, and he burnt the house of Yahweh and the king's house and all the house of Jerusalem, and every great man's house burnt he with fire.
Right. So it says, this is history right here. All right, the first temple which was built, all right, the Lord, the Spirit probably out by Solomon, all right, to build it on the first temple, man. Okay? And it was destroyed by who? The Babylonians. All right? And get that from Matthew 24, all right? What about that? Yeah.
Let's say Matthew 24, verse 15.
Let's go past.
Matthew 24, verse 15. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place.
Right, the abomination that make it desert is talking about during the time the siege of Jerusalem, man. All right, which you had this guy Titus. He made an ark to show you the memorial of us being taken down by him. Yep. Okay, so the abomination that make it desert is talking about when they went up in Jerusalem. All right, in season 70 AD. Go ahead.
It says, when ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place. Whoso readeth, let him
What's the
understand.
holy place? That's the clue right there. The holy place is the temple, man. Okay, go ahead.
It says, verse 16. Then let them.
That's the second. That's the second temple because it got to be built by Zerubbabel and then whatnot. When you read that, I believe the first Esdras. Yeah, first Esdras, first chapter or whatnot. But the first temple got sacked by the Babylonians, and the second temple got sacked by the Romans. Okay, and some of y'all might read First Maccabees, the first chapter, and like the 54th verse. It tell you during the time with this guy named Antiochus. It tell you that was the abomination that make it desolate. But it wasn't talked about that time. The reason I know. Because guess what? The Lord prophesied that before basically the Roman Empire came after the Greek. Okay, so during the Lord's time, what? He was in the Roman Empire, right?
Right.
So it's talking about during the Roman time, all right? Not the Greek, all right? That was before. Well, keep going.
It says, verse 16. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains, and let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck.
Yeah, basically the Lord is warning our people of future prophecy because what? What the Lord doing prophesying? Something to say in the future. Okay? So the Lord is speaking about warning our people like, look, Rome's going to come in and sack Jerusalem. bring down the temple and whatnot, and don't fucking worry about trying to get prepared, ready. Just like during these times, man. Basically, fuck the preparation shit, because you might be in a position or somewhere where you got, I don't know, weapons or food stashed up, and you ain't gonna be able to get to them. You can't worry about that shit. You gotta worry about the Lord, man, because He's gonna take care of you that time.
I can one person, that would be tripping me out, man. They be having all these weapons and all this shit. How can one person carry these things? You one man. Like,
Right.
you think you just gonna be sitting in one place and just enjoying this shit?
Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
This is John 2:19. And how shall I answer and say unto them, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up.
Destroy this temple, and in 3 days I will raise it up. See, the Lord's talking over their heads, man. He thought they was actually talking about the temple, man. And he goes to it, man, make it more.
It says, then said the Jews, 40 and 6 years was his temple in building, and wilt thou rear it up in 3 days?
Right. Because
He spake of the temple of his body.
exactly. All right, so the third temple, which the scholars talk about, all right, they don't even know, man. Go ahead, man. The third temple is talking about us. We the third temple. Get some 1 Corinthians 3:16, somebody. This is the third temple, man. You ain't gonna destroy this one. All right, the Lord spiritually building this up, man. All right, through this wisdom and knowledge, man. Okay? Yeah, go ahead.
1 Corinthians 3 verse, you said 16?
Yeah.
1 Corinthians 3 and 16. Know ye not that ye are the temple of the Most High, and that the Spirit of Yahweh dwelleth in you? If any man defile the temple of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh him shall the Most High destroy.
That's why we get on our people, man. Like, you gotta keep the dietary law, you gotta keep the law of spirit, man. The holidays, don't celebrate these holidays and stuff. Why? Because you defile the temple of the Lord. That's why the Lord got it out for you to break these laws, man. Alright, you the Lord's temple. Alright, the Spirit dwelleth in us, man. That's why we preach the word. Alright? We believe on this word. Okay? So this third temple, this devil, he think he gonna destroy it, but he ain't gonna do it, man. Alright?
Yep. It says, for the temple of the Most High power is holy, which temple ye are.
And that's why even the Lord gave us a dietary law. What could we put inside of our body? That's why we ain't supposed to be smoking. You know, but every day Jake does the follow the temple all day, every day.
He told us not to willingly commit adultery. You know, we went into earlier, you know, to sin to death. Okay, you got it, huh?
This Revelation chapter 21, verse 3, it saying, I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their God. Right, so the Lord dwells with us, man. You know, we are the temple. We are the third temple. Because, like I said, Acts, you know, dwell in temples made with hands.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the Lord's men of the Lord is the temple. Just,
Right there, Ezekiel 37, got some more bring out.
This 1 Peter 2 verse 5. Ye also as lively stones are built up in spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifice acceptable to the Most High by Yahweh Shah Mashiach. So just adding to the point, we're a spiritual house now. Which is not able to be physically pinpointed and destroyed.
Right.
You know, on top of the fact that you got speckled birds out here, so the Lord had it to where this devil he couldn't exterminate all of us. Because even if he exterminated the ones that look like a typical Israelite, he's still gonna have some Israelites that look like the other nations.
Yeah, and even in Revelation, it talks about in the kingdom how there was no temple built there because the people was the temple.
And it's Ezekiel 37:10. So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, and exceeding great army.
Oh, get that, get Solomon somebody 7 and 24. Read that again out.
Ezekiel 37:10.
Uh-huh.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood upon their feet, an exceeding great army.
Right, it said the breath came into our people, man. And it exceeded a great army. That great army you see when brothers watch the YouTube videos of the different channels. That's the army being built up, man. All right, the believers. All right, too. Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon what?
7 and 24, please.
Wisdom of Solomon 7:24. For wisdom is more moving than any emotion. She passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness. Verse 25. For she is the breath.
Read it again.
Verse 20. Verse 24.
Read it over again. Yeah, 25.
Okay. Verse 25, it says, Wisdom of Solomon 7:25, for she is the breath of the power of the Heavenly Father and a pure influence flowing from the glory of the Almighty. Therefore can no undefiled thing fall into it.
So there it goes. The scriptures break it down, man, what the breath is. All right, the wisdom and knowledge of the scriptures, man. The understanding of it. Because anybody can have this Bible, but do you have understanding, man? All right, that's the scripture talk about too. The breath is reading to island.
And the scripture say, blessed he that readeth. When we go into read it basically means understand it.
Yeah, yeah. So this wisdom and knowledge is entering to us. All right, and now we're going back to being holy again.
Look, Jeremiah 23:3. Well, I'm gonna start at 3. It says, and I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries, whether I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their folds, and they shall be fruitful and increase.
Yes.
And our foes, we basically be back at it again. Remember, because Jeremiah 17:4, we would discontinue, but now we right back to it.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
This Zechariah chapter 9, verse 12. It say, turn ye to the stronghold.
What's the stronghold of the scriptures, man? That's the stronghold, man, because the scriptures tell you that our weapons of warfare are not carnal, man. All right, and through the strongholds, through the wisdom knowledge, I forgot exactly how to go and whatnot, but we break down strongholds with the scriptures, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It say, turn ye to the stronghold, ye prisoners of hope. Prisoners of hope. Even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee.
Y'all, we prisoners hope for the kingdom, man, hoping that we make it. Go ahead.
They say, when I have bent Judah for me, filled the bow of Ephraim, and raised up thy sons of Zion, O Zion.
Right. The Lord gonna raise up the tribes, man. All the tribes gonna come back together. All right, we're gonna see ourselves as one again. All right, and we're gonna come against our enemies, man. All right, the Avengers, basically, you know.
God, it say, and raised up thy sons, O Zion, against thy sons, O Greece.
Right.
And made thee as the sword of a mighty man.
Right. He is the sword as a mighty man. All right. Not physical yet. That's physical gonna come soon. All right. That's when we're gonna get down on this devil. That's the fun part. But right now it's spiritual, man. All right. We breaking this devil down through the scriptures, man. His word.
Paul said that.
Yeah.
Casting down every imagination and every thought that exalt itself against the knowledge and the thought.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pulling down strongholds. You mentioned strongholds earlier. You know what I'm saying? So the strongholds of the world is the philosophies of Esau eating, the ideologies that the devil puts. The strongholds of the Heavenly Father is his wisdom, understanding, knowledge, but it's truth, man.
Exactly. That's why this devil got so many censorships, cancel culture, and all that stuff. Why? Because he wants to block the truth out, man. All right? His mainstream media, that's where he spew all his lies, man.
The scripture talk about fishers of men. We were saying how the Lord ain't physically make us a mighty sword yet, but we doing this spiritually because we being fishers right now. So like you said, the next part of the verse say that we're gonna be the Lord gonna make us hunters. That we're gonna be we don't have to be fishers no more. We're gonna be hunters, man. You know, hey, the scripture say in Jeremiah how the Lord made us his battle axe. You know.
This Revelation chapter 12, verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast unto the earth, he persecuted the woman and brought forth the man child. That's him getting cast to the earth while he's tearing down the lies. And so that's how we know, according to the prophecies, that he's going to come with that persecution. You know, he's gonna come with that persecution upon the prophets and really, you know, all the nation of Israel, but mainly the prophets.
Yeah, and I want to say too that dragon is this devil, man, because the scripture. I mean, a dragon is described as a cruel person.
Yeah,
This-
violent, combative, very strict person. That's
Yeah.
one of the definitions Lucy translated the word dragon. Violent, combative, very strict person.
Yeah, and who's more combative, violent? This man's constantly at war. Never stopped going to war ever since he's built up this country,
Yeah,
man.
he been at war 93% of his ruling.
Yeah, and then these like all the laws he got in place are righteous decrees that the scriptures say, man. You know what I'm saying? This man, he's doing so much unrighteous right now that even his own race is calling him the devil, man. All right, these Edomites, the scriptures say that they shall complain of an ungodly father.
Right here.
All right, and that's exactly what's happening, man. These Edomites like, damn, you know what I'm saying? We is the devil, basically, you know. With all this shit that's happening right now, all right, because these Edomites, they getting the shit into the stick, man. All right, and they ain't liking it. Okay.
If I can chime in, because I did a lesson over the week going into these Edomites feeling been discriminated towards. You know, and they talking about and they using Jake in comparison. They talking about we feel like we're being more discriminated against compared to African Americans and Latinos.
Yeah.
You know, and like brother mentioned, yeah, that's because the Lord started to bring the curses on them. You know, so they started to deal with what we've been going through for a while. But if I may real quick, because the brother brought out the scripture dealing with persecution, we're talking about the dragon wanting to persecute the woman. This is real quick, Matthew 24, verse 9. It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. You see, that time is fastly approaching, the time of persecution. All right, whereas we're going to be tried, okay, we're going to be tried, you know, with different temptations, man. You know, even our life is on the line.
Our own people gonna deliver us up. Our own people gonna deliver us up, man. To these devils, man.
That's why it's best not to really be too joined into these unbelievers. That's why the scriptures talk about not being unequally yoked with unbelievers, man. You know, because hey, man, they is a lot of a lot of niggas gonna turn on you. They don't believe that you believe.
Because that's what the devil gonna do. He gonna start putting pressure on our people, man.
Yeah.
Like for instance, when you go into the story with Samson, it was the same thing. We was fucking the Philistines up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was the nation of Israel, one of the tribes, in particular Judah, that basically delivered Samson up into the Philistines. Just so why? So they could you know, appease the wrath of the Philistines because they was being attacked like a mug. You know, they were being tributary like a mug. You know, all because Samson was doing the things that he was doing. Man. You know, so that's just a small example of how our own nation of people gonna turn on us. You know what I'm saying? Because the pressure that they're gonna be under is gonna be against pressure. You know, pressure from above, pressure from below, the Hegelian dialectic, man. You know? So that's how it's gonna be on 2/3 of our people, you know, and they're gonna resort to basically turning brothers in, you know?
Yeah, not to mention they might have incentives for for the unbelievers to try to turn you in.
Well, it's always incentive. That's why it's called a reward. You know what I'm saying? You can still get a reward, you know, like for instance, you got a criminal, you know, he's armed and dangerous, they'll put a thing with a board, you know, crime stoppers and shit like that. So that's all too familiar, you know, because that's one of the tactics of Esau. He know that's what people, you know what I'm saying?
He always want to get, before he make a move, he always want to get backing of the people first. That's why he asked them in the time of y'all when they murdered Yahushua, he asked the people, who you rather, you know, that's why he always makes somebody look like the enemy or the bad guy or the perpetrator. And then once he makes somebody look like the perpetrator, then he roll on them.
If I could say this too, that's a beautiful point you make. Because I heard a brother in the lesson say the same thing. They demonize the masses about the C-19, talking about, hey, y'all ain't stand 6 feet apart, y'all ain't go and get the thing, so that's why this is at the condition that it's at. You know, we couldn't shorten the curve, so to speak, you know, because they, you know, people didn't want to comply with them.
But why Fauci ain't tell them the such type of people to stop doing what they doing or dealing with the MP? They thing. Why you ain't telling those in that community to slow down and stop doing that shit, man? You had when the C19 came, it was social distance, wear a mask, do this, do that. But what are the steps you can take in towards stopping that? You know?
So in so many words, they're gonna demonize you again. They're gonna make you out to be the perpetrator, so to speak. Right?
But if the shit don't work, man, you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth, man. Because everything that he is doing, he's only proving himself to be the devil, man. This man is literally doing everything to prove that he is the devil of the Bible, man.
Alright, this First Maccabees chapter 8, verse 1. It say, now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men, and such as lovingly accept all that joint themselves into them.
Right, Judas made an allegiance with the Romans, man. Okay, that's how they won the battles against Antiochus, yeah. Antiochus and the
Generals,
Generals and
everybody
shit.
they were sitting against the
yeah, he made allegiance, man.
He did.
All right, just like you got today now, you got the BRICS nation like Russia and China. They collaborate together to make a what you call it, man? A fight against the superpower enemy, U.S. Go ahead. So let's talk about the Romans. Go ahead.
It say, such as would lovingly accept all that joint themselves into them, and that and make a league of a committee of all that came unto them.
Keep going.
Say, and they that were men, and that they were men of great valor, it was told him also of their wars and noble acts which they had done amongst the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them unto you.
Right, the Romans was a great nation of they won many wars, man. Okay? They conquered, man. They was on top basically during their time of rule. It's like the US basically, man. Because this system is based off the Roman system, man. Alright, jump to another verse.
Verse 11. And it was told
Okay. Will you stop it? Keep on.
It say, and what they had done in the countries of Spain for the winning of the mines of the silver and gold, which is there.
Right, and I believe when we went up the verse and whatnot, it said they made other nations, they conquered contributaries, just like America. All right, when America goes to those other countries, except they're doing a slicker way, man. All right, that's through the IMF. They're loan these countries that don't got that much money to boost up their economy, but you gotta pay the interest, man, which is the interest is so ridiculously high that you can't pay it back. Now you're a slave in debt to them, man.
All right.
Go to the 11th verse.
It says, verse 11. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion all the other kingdoms and islands that at any time resisted them.
That's what America do. Anytime you resist their ways, they gonna come to you like, look, you know what I'm saying? You will get down, lay down, whoop-de-whoop. All right, if not, we bombing the hell out you, okay? Or we gonna come up there and take your shit.
Hey, look, they did it to Gaddafi. So was that Libya? They did it to Castro. No, they did it to Saddam Hussein. They did it to even Osama bin Laden, them, man. He said that they was the perpetrator that did the Twin Towers, and they went straight over there, went straight to the Oval. That's all they wanted it for the beginning.
That's
Noriega.
Right,
I had to like it, bro. They tried to do my nigga Kim Jong-un. He wasn't going. They told him to do away with all his nuclear test sites. So before they went in, they found out this nigga was operating 3 more.
and that's why Esau be trying to aim at a lot of the Middle East countries, because they be against the agenda what Esau be trying to push.
Exactly.
It's all about that dollar. I think that those different banking systems over like Iran, all those that Esau want them to be on his page.
Hey, if I can say this too, and that makes sense. That makes sense, and I'll give it right back. You know, recently that queen died, man.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
that bitch Elizabeth.
Yeah, Elizabeth allegedly passed away, but they were using it like your brother knows. You could probably speak on it better, but not saying too much. they were, you know, they trying to go digital with the currency, man. You know, she's right now the face of the money, so they got to do away with all that, the money, the, you know, the badges, all that stuff, that the stamps that got her face on it, and they got to implement the new, you know, with her son, Charles. You see, so that could be potentially them making way for this new digital currency, because we see all these countries going digital.
Right. Verse 12, it says, but with their friends and such as the God upon them, they kept the pity. They had, and that they had conquered kingdoms, both far and high, insomuch as all that heard of their name were afraid of them. It says also that whom they would help to a kingdom whose reigns and rule again they would, they displaced finally that they were greatly exalted. It said, yet for all this, none of them wore the crown.
Hold on, read that part again.
It said, yet, and yet for all this, none of them wore a crown.
None of them wore a crown. None of them became king. In the Roman Empire, there was no kings. Go ahead.
Or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Keep going.
It say, moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end that they might be well ordered.
Right. So that point right there, right, that concludes and validates that the fourth beast that was talking about Daniel, it tell you that it was different from all the other kingdoms.
Yeah.
What made it that?
Yeah, the Senate.
Yeah.
Because the previous kings before that, they ruled under what's known as a monarchy.
Yeah.
Mono meaning one, archy meaning rule, so it was one ruler. So you had the king, and then he died, then his son reigned. Then he died, then his son after him. The last monarchy known to the planet Earth was known as the Weimar Republic. If you go into the history of Kaiser Wilhelm II, the one who was supposedly responsible for World War II. The brothers know about that history right there. That's why they had made him out to be the face of, you know, that dude in Germany. He was like the chancellor, or what do they call him? Kaiser, right? That's where you get the word Caesar from. Yeah, that's where you get the word Caesar from the word Bible. So he was like the last Caesar, if you will, of the German Empire and shit like that. But when you go into it, that's why you had America, all the nations, like NATO and all that, they was coming up against that dude, man. You know, and they eradicated him. That's why you go into the Weimar Republic. That's some good history to go into too, because that was the last monarchy, man. You know, they wanted to get rid of that type of hegemony.
Yeah, and that's how I said. That's how you know America has adopted that same Roman system, man. Because what do you have? You have Congress and whatnot. You got the Senate and stuff. All right, President. And they all go upon a so-called vote and shit like that, man.
Right.
It's like the Senate. The Roman Empire is doing. America's copycatting the same thing the Roman Empire system is doing, and it's making these other nations do a democracy, have a Senate. You know what I'm saying? Politicians come together and make decisions that of being a kingship, man, a rulership, a dictatorship.
And they put it in the mind of the people as if they got something to do with who get in office and who not in office. It's all a mind thing, man.
Yeah, I just want to say too, just to bring it home. All right, that's how we know the fourth beast is the Roman Empire. All right, and America is that same empire. Taking on those same customs, reincarnated basically. Kingdoms are reincarnated. Alright? So this beast system, we're talking about the image of the beast. Alright, it's talking about the Roman system. Alright, because these other nations, they tell you that they took on the image of the beast. What's the image of the beast? The democracy. Alright, and having a Senate and shit like that, freedom, so-called freedom. They follow the same Roman system. It's not everybody setting up a precedent. Whoever the kings. That's my point.
This Revelation chapter 13 verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed.
What's that talking about? The Roman Empire, man. They exercised the first beast, man. Everything of the first beast, which was the Roman Empire, man. All right, that's separated. Like I said, having a Senate and stuff like that, democracy, a president, Congress, that's separated the Roman Empire from all the rest of the kingdom, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I say it's everything that brother saying beautiful. He's going into how he said the daily was healed, the reading scripture. You know what I'm saying? It's everything from the infrastructure,
Yeah.
the way the governments are orchestrated, from the philosophies and the mindsets of the people, bro.
Man.
Okay, from having the Israelites in a place of subjection, it's literally Rome reincarnated, man. Like the Apostle Hart says, man, this is literally Rome with more technology, bro.
Hey, and Esau, he uses like the different things, like I said, Rome and all these other different ancient cultures, and he brought them back today because those are the same things that got half of our people following after. So he repeated these things and just put new names on them.
Fast foods, coliseums. Okay, that's the modern day arenas, man. That's basketball, football, baseball.
Democrat, Republicans, the plebeians, and the patricians. That's why the scriptures say that there is nothing new under the sun, man. This devil literally brought back all those ancient ways of these different places that we were in captivity at. He brought them back to this one.
That's why DC got the same Roman pillars and whatnot, the same build-up, man. All right, they saying this is Rome, man.
But then it's saying infrastructure is Rome, like I said, America got the same infrastructure as Rome, as Greek and Mount Sinai, man. Can we go back? It's literally the same. Literally exactly the same, man. Going to show you it's that same man coming back every time. I will tell you, Malachi, they will build, I will throw down. Every time the Lord give them power to come back in power, they do the same thing, man. Build the same infrastructure. That's a witness against that. This is Esau Edom, man.
This is St. Matthew 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. The reason why I brought it up because the Romans, all the things that the brothers are saying is true. The parallels between the current Edomite system and the Roman system back then. And one thing that the Romans did was they persecuted the Israelites. So that's how we know that he's going to come again. You know, he's going to try to take the kingdom of heaven once again by violence. You know, it's going to be worse than 70 AD.
Hey, that's why the scriptures say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil has come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time, man.
Right.
That devil is about to come down with extreme anger, man. Extreme anger.
The way the Roman Empire feels is going to be the same way America fall, man. Okay? Because you had decline of the morals of the people, you had the money devaluating, you know what I'm saying? And that's one of the main ways, you know, a kingdom was on its way out, or empire is about to be destroyed when the money goes away, man. Okay? And right now, you got the buying power of the dollar is nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's on a hard decline, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point where people are scared to take out their wallets and spend money, man. You know what I'm saying? The purchasing power of the people is through, man. All right? People can't afford to go on vacations. They can't afford to take their kids out, stuff like that, do the regular things they want to do. All right, party time is over, man.
That's why money was so plentiful for a short period of time, man. Money was plentiful, man. Like, he was able to come across 100. It ain't never been that easy to come across money like that, man.
Bro, they said the average person, or even middle class no more, but they said the average person don't even have $500 in their savings for an emergency, man. You know?
Well, because that's fiat currency anyway.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the whole problem. That's the reason why money is being devalued. You know what I'm saying? It's being diminished because that ain't real money anyway.
And that's why
gold
that
and
devil gave it out
silver,
like
it
that.
don't lose value.
Don't lose value.
You know what I'm saying? It don't lose value. It increases value. You know, so even with the gold and the silver right now, they trying to say that it's worth a certain amount of mineral reserve. No, in actuality, that shit is partial security.
You trade your gold in for Federal Reserves.
I got this article.
Yeah, something to say before.
Well, they was just gonna quote an article like the brother going into these preppers. You know, you got these the elite, so to speak, these rich. They call them super rich, trying to pretty much escape Armageddon. That's what the article was going into. You know, and how they're getting bunkers and things like that to try to escape the justice. But it's all following up the priest. I mean, to prophecy. It's all leading up to prophecy.
And this real quick, this is an article by a Business Insider. It says This infograph shows how currency debasement contributed to the fall of Rome. And it's given down to the point. It says the Roman economy. It says that administrative, logistical, and military costs kept adding up, and the empire found creative new ways to pay for things. Along with other factors, this led to hyperinflation, a fractured economy, localization of trade, heavy taxes, and a financial crisis that crippled Rome. And that's just going to add on to the brother point about the economy. Okay, how Rome fell, man. Okay, it said hyperinflation. Is that not the same thing we're seeing today? A fractured economy. Again, if people don't have no savings, don't have no real money. Okay, these jobs ain't paying people shit for real. That's why everybody quit.
Hey, the money collapsing, and this is why Esau ultimately he about to use this technology to run these different businesses. Because once that dollar collapses, niggas ain't gonna be going to work if they don't get that almighty dollar. So Esau like, look, man, the money gonna collapse. I ain't gonna be paying you niggas. I'm gonna just put a robot in your place, man. And have that robot work that drive-through, or have that robot make that drink, or have that robot give you your order, man, or have that robot put your meat on the grill, man.
No, you got some more. Let's bring it out.
And it says Roman debasement. It says the major silver coin used during the first 220 years of the empire was the denarius. This coin, between the size of a modern nickel and a dime, was worth approximately a day's wages for a skilled laborer or craftsman. Right. That's leading description, man. Penny of labor. Yeah, that phrase. That's right.
Revelation 6 verse 6. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of wheat for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
I just want to prove too how you know it's talking about the penny or the denarius, because what did Yahushua say to the disciples? You know what I'm saying? They asked him like, look, are we supposed to pay taxes to the Romans? He said, pull out a penny, man. You know what I'm saying? So that penny is talking about the denarius. Now during that time, what? They was taking place in the Roman Empire. You go ahead.
And it says the coin between the size of a modern nickel and a dime was worth approximately a day's wages for a skilled laborer or craftsman. It says during the first days of the empire, these coins were of high purity, holding about 4.5 grams of pure silver. However, with the finite supply of silver and gold entering the empire, Roman spending was limited by the amount of denarii that could be minted. And it reminds me of similar again to how the dollar is being devalued, man. Okay, I remember what was it? International Rama, he posted like I forgot what year it was, but back for something like the 1950s or something before then, about how much you could buy a house for. It was like $7,000, bro.
So $49 a month.
Hell yeah, $49 a month.
2-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Then they had the 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house with an enclosed porch. $7,000 to $8,000 for either of those houses. Pay $49 a month.
Now
that was your leasing agreement. You pay $49 a month.
Now you got people paying like $1,300 for a one-room studio apartment, bro. So I'm going to show you the similarities.
That's rent. That ain't even going towards mortgage. You know what I'm saying? A 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house right now, that shit going for at least $50,000. Right. So that's a prime example. And that's on the low level. That's on the low end. Imagine if you go into an affluent community, right, for a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom house. Imagine how much that is, right? Because it's all about the location. They got a saying, they said 3 times, location. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the location and where you buy your house at. You know, whether it's prime real estate, you know, whether you can buy your house and the property value goes up. Because that's why it's all about location. Because certain people, like even for instance, like real estate agents, they'll buy a house in a particular area with plans to sell that shit in the future because they know that this area that they bought the house in, the different developers, they gonna develop that community and then they fucking property gonna go up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because if it's right next to like you said, like grocery stores,
yes,
things,
they go up. They go up. If it's in a convenient location, like even for instance, like if it's in a convenient location, like the brother said, where a grocery store or shopping, right? Because when you think about it, I'll give you a prime example where fucking a huge. Would you say Cleveland Clinic? Perfect. Yeah. Even fucking University Hospital. It's houses. It's how, bro. Like what's the street? Fucking Cornell. You go up Cornell to that hill. Like, that's just
all houses around that bitch. You think these houses is cheap, bro?
Hey, look, bro, even the new apartment buildings is built over there.
Yeah, I know. You're right.
All the houses back there, bro, because my baby mama live in a house a little up. They offering her money right now to get out of her house because she own it. They want to move her out to move some doctor in close to the property.
Because they want to develop the community right. That's why you get like with the movie Barbershop. You had that instance with IQ and they wanted to buy them out and shit like that because you had developers coming in. They seen the value of the community, the different individuals, affluent people or renowned people who was moving into the community and shoot the price up, man. That's even more on point. It's that gentrification, because that's usually what it comes down to, man.
Haggai chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
That's what people are feeling right now, man. They feeling the pinch of inflation, man. All right, it's fucking them up, man. All right, and people, like I said, people can't do what they want no more, man. Life is tough, man. And it's mainly these Edomites that feeling this because we've been like this whole time, man. You know what I'm saying? Making these hard decisions and whatnot. All right, like I said, man, people can't. People are working long ass hours for nothing, man. Because basically, like I said, man, you getting what do you call that? You getting taxed. All right, you getting taxed, and not only that, the prices of everything's went up, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you work much, you bring in little, man. And that's for everybody now. You could be the curse for Israel, not a curse for all heathen. So you got everybody feeling it, man. Okay, you got somebody?
Yeah, I get it real quick. The brother Yanya here is talking about someone who's using the word gentrification. I got the word gentrify. It says to renovate inner city housing to middle class standards, man. Okay, just add to the point the brother was talking about how you don't want to see a certain community, etc. And to your point, that's also true because a lot of these people, there's actually like a big like crisis, so to speak, of people basically quitting their jobs, man.
Yeah, they call it quiet quitting.
Yeah.
They got this thing now where it's called quiet quitting, right? Where people who like an employee, they working at their job, but they doing the bare minimum, bro. They ain't busting their ass no more. People ain't working overtime. I seen an article, they were talking about if you don't work overtime, they'll send you to jail. You don't see that? I don't know where it was at, whether it was in the U.S. or it was in, in another country. But in the United States, they got this, they coined the phrase, it's called quiet quitting. You know what I'm saying? Where people at the job, they doing the bare minimum, bro. You feel me? Like real talk. Because majority of the people, the employees that work at these different jobs and these different, companies, man, they feel like they unappreciated, bro. That's why they doing what's known as quiet quitting. They just go to work and just do the bare minimum. If they see some shit, what you got?
It's right here. It's real quick, Salaki, brother. Workers allegedly threatened with jail if they don't work overtime.
Right.
That's at a Canadian oil mine.
Oh, yeah, it's a Canadian. That's another country, but still, man. The point is still there, man. So that's how these, and the script that give me Job real quick, 20, where it talk about the hands of the wicked, roughly paraphrasing.
I just want to say too, UPS, man. All right, if you gonna work UPS, them jobs, they say they make six figures down there, man. They said 90,000 annual, which is yearly. Yeah. All right, and UPS they so short-handed on workers. All right, where you can go right now, and they hire you without an interview, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? They just say, look, boom, boom, boom. Okay, you interested? They gonna offer you the deal, like they'll pay this much, such. Come on in, boom. They gonna sit you on the job. They ain't even interview, man. Wow. That's how bad it is out here.
Well, that's a sign of desperation. Yeah. That's why they even got something calling that the employees market. Because it usually was like the people who hire you it was their market, but now because everything that's going on, just bring that out real quick.
This is Job 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits.
Right, yeah. So these Edomites, they gonna be in a position of difficulty when they ready to reach their pinnacle, man. When they ready to, crown their enterprise.
Every hand of the
it goes back to the Hebrew word "aimal," which means the laborers.
Right.
So that's why you got this phrase that they coined, "quiet quitting," man.
Yeah.
Because the laborers, they feel unappreciated, man. They feel undervalued, man. Because I always say this, bro. With all these different Fortune 500 companies, boy, if it wasn't for the little man, the ones who at the fucking factories on the what you call those, the conveyor belt, the line and shit, if it wasn't for them coming into work, bro, none of these companies would have the status that they have, bro, if it wasn't for a nigga who get paid minimum wage coming to work 5 days out of a week, man. Bro, none of these companies would exist, man.
Nah,
Sorry, bro. Even at my job, bro, like we short staffed right now. Like literally, like the supervisor I be talking sometimes, like I be picking Esau's brain. He be showing me like the numbers and shit. Like, bro, we were way fucking behind. We don't got no enough fucking employees, man. Like, so that's exactly the point you just said. The fact that if it wasn't for these workers, okay, like the average so-called everyday, the way they said the little man, you wouldn't prosper like this, man. Meanwhile, the CEO making bank, bro. Right. I be seeing like different parts we make, how much one is worth. I'm like, man, it's more I make this fucking day, bro. That shit is crazy, man. It's one fucking part. You may run like 200 parts a day, man. That shit is crazy. So that's exactly why, like you said, the laborers I'm all. It says the laborer, the sufferer, the workman. Okay, the ones that it says the toiling. The ones who toil, the ones who's putting in the work, man.
Right.
They're pissed off, like you said, like, man, we ain't being appreciated.
Like, for instance, we'll give you an example of a toiler or somebody that's get Amos the 9th chapter. Amos 9, where it talk about the laborers shall overtake the reaper. Because it was a point that I wanted to make, what you were saying, brother. It was a beautiful point, man. A toilet. Like, for instance, like a lemon. You know, like a company who sell lemons or lime or apples. You know what I'm saying? Just fruits and vegetables in general, bro. It's a person that goes out fucking early in the morning to the field to gather that shit, bro. You know? We got both of them. Which one you want right now? You want the Amos? Bring it out.
This is Amos chapter 9 and verse 13. It says, "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper."
Yeah, right. Which we know that's talking about in general, and in particular, the Israelites taking over these Edomites, man. But just generally speaking, man, you know, these different toilers, these different laborers, these different blue collar workers, man. They gonna come up against the CEOs and the CFOs and shit like that, man. Like I did a lesson, bro, months ago. And I gave you the difference in the wages between an employee worker in relation to a Walmart fucking CEO or an Air to Walmart. They make $6 million an hour, bro. I'll never forget it, bro. They make $6 million an hour, and with the average Walmart employee, they make like $12 an hour. So people, they gonna come to the realization and they gonna go up against these folks.
Yeah, and the reason they pissed off is it doesn't have to be that way. Like because these Edomites and these top positions, etc., these companies, they act like, well, we ain't making enough money to pay the workers. Like, bro, you got plenty of money, man. Like you said, like, bro, you make $6 million an hour, bro. And you keep on telling me you can't give me an extra $20 per hour.
Right,
like, goddamn.
Right. Like, for instance, they'll have fucking multiple properties.
Right, yeah.
They'll have fucking luxury vehicles. They wear the brand, the high-end fashion. You know what I'm saying? They'll have private jet, a fucking 130-foot yacht. It costs multiple millions of dollars. But you ain't got enough money to pay your employees. If I can chime in.
I just want to say, bro, who's that? They be holding back because they always, all these homeless people in America and whatnot, they're struggling to pay rent. This motherfucker Biden keeps sending money over to Ukraine, man. You know what I'm saying? Where's that money coming from? You know, they're holding back, man. Okay.
Amos 9 verse 13. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper, and the treader of grapes him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt." Amos 9 and 13. "Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that the plowman shall overtake the reaper."
That's when, like the brother said, these blue-collar workers, you know what I'm saying, those that keep the company afloat, those will be the ones that's laboring now. You know, he said they're going to overtake the reapers. The ones that's reaping is the ones that sit back collecting. You know, they reaping the benefits. to speak of what the laborers doing, right? But they ain't putting in nearly half as much work. They just on the board as I'm the chairman, so I can do that. I can be in this position. You know? Keep going.
And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seeds. And the mountain shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt.
Yeah. You know, so pretty much, man, like your brother was going into, he was alluding to, you know what I'm saying? The Heavenly Father, in so many words, is going to recompense tribulation on those who've been sitting back reaping all this time, man. You know? If I may, I was thinking of this precept. I don't believe my brother brought it out, but I'm going to grab it. James 5:4. It says, behold, the hire of the laborers which have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, right? Yeah, man, because like the brother said, and that's what I was going to say, the water y'all about shots coming back to me. The brother was alluding, he like, hey, they could pay their workers $50 an hour and still be making a nice penny, man. Yeah. But the issue is, see, that's what I wanted to say. The issue is this: they want to keep Jake low. You know, they don't want you to be, because they starting to see Jake doing good in their own economy. You know, they don't want Jake to have too much to where they trying to move up in the ranks and they can sit and rub shoulders with them. No, they want to keep you low so that way they can control you.
That's why they want to kill middle class, because they don't want nobody to be self-independent.
Right.
No generational wealth or whatsoever.
Yeah. Because they hearing Jake talking about generational wealth you can pass down to your families, you know, and stuff like that. So they don't have to work as hard. They're like, nah, we don't like that. That's why they don't even like Jake that coming to some money. They don't even like Jake helping out their community too much.
Yeah,
you know,
it's crazy. You got these women, man, on OnlyFans, they're becoming millionaires off that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, real talk, just showing their body. That's wicked. Let me finish this out. I got you. James 5:4, it says, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. So, yeah, man, they gonna have to pay for that.
This is a quick precept, you know, because we was talking about like what gentrification. We talked about different real estate developers when they come into a community and the price of the houses and the homes in that general area start to skyrocket, right? And we were talking about, you know, these laborers and blue collar workers coming against the CEOs and CFOs, right? This is the scripture say, right? This is Isaiah the 5th chapter in the King JV Amplified, Isaiah 5:8. It said, woe to those who join house to house and by violently expelling the poorer occupants enclose large acreage. Bro, you hear me? It said, and join field to field until there is no place for others, and you are made to dwell alone in the midst of the land, bro. So that scripture right there speak. God said, woe to those who join house to house. Right, like for instance, these different fucking like a cul-de-sac, bro. You know how many houses that's in a cul-de-sac, bro? You look at hundreds of houses, different blocks. Like when you look at a cul-de-sac from an aerial perspective, bro, it's a lot of fucking houses, bro. In a small area, though. You feel me? Like I'll say, man, maybe 200 acres. These niggas got 200 acres. That's a small amount of acres, bro. 200 acres. These niggas got fucking 60, 70, fucking 100 houses, bro. You feel me? No yard space. You know, your house is literally, you know what I'm saying, 6 feet apart from your neighbor's house, and so on and so forth through the whole fucking community. You know?
Meanwhile, these different like CEOs that own these corporations.
They got islands.
Islands, estates, everything.
Like, I'll give you an example. Fucking, what's the nigga name with the island?
Richard Branson.
No, him, yes, he's one. That nigga. These niggas got islands. Hey, these niggas got whole islands, bro. Why they cram you in the inner city, bro. You feel me?
Going outside of Cleveland alone, when you go outside and you know what I'm saying, go to the freeway and stuff like that, we leave the city, you see all them spaces of farmlands, all that goddamn space out there. You start talking about is running out of space in the world, man. That's a damn lie, man. You all said it, man, it's so much space, man, out here, man. This devil just want people to be stacked on top of each other.
That's why I'm reading this, man.
That's what niggas talk about, what's that? Saudi Arabia, they talk about the wall, that long ass shit.
Yeah.
Like, so what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
I forgive me that shit.
I forgot what it's called, yeah.
Yeah, you can get from one. Bro, you know what that shit look like? It look like some futuristic shit. Like, you ever seen the Fifth Element? Yeah, with what's his nigga name? another one too, when you with the same type of city, bro. When you watch Judge Dredd, it's the same type of city, bro. It's the same, like skinny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Bro, and that goes to this. We said that. Let me read it one more time. Isaiah 5:8 in the KJV Amplified said, "Woe to those who join house to house and by violently expelling the poor occupants enclose large acreage, bro." Because sometimes, right? Because when Jake don't like for instance, they'll give you like an ultimatum, or they'll give you like a set amount where they want to buy your property from. But if Jake you know what I'm saying, resist, you know what I'm saying, majority of the time, bro, these Edomites, they'll get violent over that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just to get you out of their community, you know? They'll do certain things. Like when you watch the movie, and it was a comedy, when you with the dude Adam Sandler, the Zohan, where the nigga was like a spy, but he did as a hairdresser. Yeah. I ain't gonna speak on that because Jake don't know. Go ahead.
I want to chime in. I wanted to chime in a little bit with your brother saying about how these people get violent, because even in history here in Cleveland, I was talking to the brother Yawasabi down there, you know, about the Willis story. You know, the guy who was Jake, he was an Israelite back in the 60s and 70s, who was a multi-millionaire off of owning like 27 different businesses in this prominent area. And it was these hospitals like the Cleveland Clinic and whatnot over there off 105 that was pretty much trying to buy out his property. But because he refused, they pretty much locked him in jail and destroyed his shit and steal him. You know what I'm saying? So they get violent with you.
Yeah, because they'll use something known as intimidation tactics. Yeah, that's what they they'll say like Edomites, they might send the fucking KKK to your community. Because this, we talking about back in the 40s, you know what I'm saying? The 30s and shit, man, the 50s. They'll send the fucking KKK to burn a cross in your front yard, man, to intimidate you, to get you to move. And the majority of the Jakes, bro, when that situation arose, they just left their house, bro. They didn't even have to pay them. They just leave the house.
That's what happens when you beat this devil that's on game, man. All right, he gonna go refer back to the sword, man. All right, when his deception don't work. There's a movie called, I don't know if y'all saw it, called The Banker with what's it, Anthony Mackie.
Samuel
Jackson.
I thought they didn't come out with the movie. It came out.
No, what they did, they kept it on the stream. I wanted to buy the movie too, but they kept it on the stream. So
I'm here.
you gotta watch a good website, movie website. It's called The Banker. A good movie website is called 123 Movies. 123 Movies TV. You gotta type the TV at the end. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And you watch any movie on there, but man, that movie The Banker.
Yeah, because he wanted to own a bank and stuff like that, but then he used the Edomite to be the face of his ass. A cold movie, bro.
Yeah,
but they still put him in prison though, and took all of his bank. They put him in prison, took all of his bank. They tried to take all of his properties, but he had put some offshore accounts and shit like that that the Edomites didn't know about. So when he got out of prison, he still had a little bit. But yeah, bro, I wanted to watch that movie. Go ahead.
It's Micah 2 and 2.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
And they covet fields and take them by violence in houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. That goes perfect with what the brothers just said. Man, said they covet fields. What does it mean to covet something? Like you want what somebody else has, man. He said they take them by violence. Shalom. It says and take them by violence in houses, man.
Yeah, because going back to that account with Jezebel, was it not? Was it Jezebel? Yeah, with the account, you know, and pretty much how she had
Feel her husband.
it was a field that her
Jake
husband
didn't want to
wanted.
sell it.
They didn't want to sell it, and she went about some deceptive measure to try to go about and obtain it, you know, even by violence, man.
Yeah, to the point that Jake died.
Yeah, man.
Got him killed.
That's wickedness, though, you know? Go ahead, my bad.
Another one, verse 10 and 10. That's like 10 and 9. Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than the covetous man. For such as one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he liveth, he cast away his vows. It's not a more wicked thing than the covetous man. And Esau, Edom is the most covetous man. He literally wants what everything else everybody has, man, including your soul. Man, he literally just wants everything, bro. He wants to have the money. He literally says it, man. You will own nothing if you have.
Can you get Sirach 2? I mean, it's not Sirach, Habakkuk 2 and 5 to go for with the statement that you just made, you know, about how he wants everything. He really unsatisfied. He's a dissatisfied person.
start at verse 4.
You got it.
Habakkuk 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, who gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And that's exactly what the brother just said, man. Okay, about the fact that Esau cannot be satisfied, man. He said he enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death and cannot be satisfied, man.
Real quick, brother got the precept for you. I ain't even take away what you said, brother got the precept. That one time.
Habakkuk 2 and 5, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine,
Yeah, his philosophies, his ideologies, that's how he transgresses. He causes the nation to go off. Okay?
he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home,
Yup.
who enlargeth his desire as hell, is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
That's right, man. He cannot be satisfied, but gathering to him all this right now, University Circle, where we at now. This is a seething pot of mixture of different nations. You'll stand here and see a slew of different nations that come up and down the street, man.
Elam,
Moab, Ammon.
Ishmael.
Yeah, you have them all come through here, man. You see, he heaping it to them all nations and gathering to them all people. Keep going.
It says,
Or was that the point?
Yeah, that's the point.
Okay, and the brother got a quick precept.
Verse
What you
6 is
just said.
good.
Because you
Verse
said
6 is good, too.
he's not satisfied, right?
Yeah.
He cannot be satisfied, but gathering to them all nations. So yeah, even though he has set up shop in those other lands, he's still not fully satisfied. Man. Now the brother, get that real quick.
Proverbs 27 and verse 20. Hell and destruction are never full.
Yep.
So the eyes of man are never satisfied.
The eyes of man are never satisfied. Esau Edom, he's never satisfied, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. This is the man that's in the power seat. He won't even be fully, really satisfied. I don't think he'd be fully satisfied if he even had the control of people's souls, man.
Bro,
He's still gonna want more.
It's not gonna stop, man.
This devil, he won't be satisfied till we get rid of Jake.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's the only time he can be at ease. That's the only time that he can have some sense of peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Because in the back of his mind, that's why he's never satisfied. Why? Because these people still around, bro. And the prophecies in the scriptures still gotta be fulfilled and come to pass. So of course that is inevitable.
Next to Jacob on his heel.
Yeah.
I take a step further, man. No, he's not gonna be satisfied even if we are gone. Cause you know what? This man, he want to go off to other planets and conquer them, man.
Yeah.
Let it be some people over there in peace and stuff. And he going up
Yeah,
there,
right.
and he conquering your shit too,
Because
man.
the scriptures say that the wicked waited for me to destroy me.
Yeah.
So really, they wouldn't be satisfied to the heavenly Father.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go somewhere.
But
Still
we
going
here
the
to
most
tell
top
you.
position, dude.
Exactly.
We here to tell you that that's not going to happen, my guy. Because it
Nope.
tell you in Jeremiah 31 and 31, yeah, that if you can cause these ordinances from worship before me, then I will cut off Israel, man. But that's not going to happen, man. All right, you still got these ordinances, the sun, the moon, the stars, all right, and all that to show you that, look, man, the Lord is not going to cut off Israel. Hey, it even tell you in the book of Psalms, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth if I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy, man. You know, the Lord's not going to do away with Israel for the sake of satisfying this damn devil, man.
Bro, this man has trillions of dollars, man. You can't even spend that in 20 lifetimes.
Oh, you can't.
Come on, man. What more do you want, dude? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I got it out.
Yeah, man. You know, so he's never satisfied. That's the point.
Like in Habakkuk.
Yeah, you got it.
Habakkuk 2 and 6, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him,
Yep.
and a taunting proverb against him,
Yep.
and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
That's right, man. He said, how long, man? You know?
It
Him
said-
that laid himself a thick clay, that's that debt, man.
Yeah, it says, weight of pledges, heavy debts.
Yeah, weight of pledges and heavy debts. This place is in serious debt. You know what I'm saying? To these other countries, man. Hell, how the hell does China own property here?
Well, they really selling debt to each
Yeah,
other.
yeah. They buy and sell each other's debt.
Right.
Hell, even credit systems do that.
Yeah.
You know, they'll buy your
That's
debt.
what the credit system, that's all it's about.
Yeah, buy your debt and then you pay them back. It's like, come on, man. This is a place that they built on a credit system that's meant to fail.
Yeah. But that's people said, not all these take up a parable against them,
Yeah.
talking proverb. And a couple weeks ago, you had that situation where like was that image of like one of the Chinese like prime ministers or something. It was like how America views himself as Superman as the good guy. Then like how other nations view him. You know what I'm saying? Dropping bombs on everybody, man.
Like
That's,
Homelander from
real talk,
Yeah. And that's like a prime example with this woman. Hey, matter of fact, Mama was shot. Get 16 since you're there. 12. Get 12 and then jump to 16. Because with this woman that's dead, it got mixed emotions. That Queen Elizabeth, you know, it got mixed emotions. You got some people hopping online like D.L. Hewley talking about don't be talking about the Queen like this, that's derogatory, etc. But like you said, it got mixed emotions. You got some people holding in high regards their own people. A lot of them being their own people are puppets that sold out. And then you got a lot of people, the rest of the world, like they happy that that she gone because of all the wickedness that, you know, Britain had going on, man. You know, oppressing these other nations.
They ain't no royal family anyway, man, because you know what I'm saying? You go back to all those kings during that time, all right? King Charles, King Edward, King James, all them so-called Jakes, man. All right. Matter of fact, they got bars and hotels named after King Charles II, man, because King Charles is known as the little black boy. All right, and they got bars that really say that black boy. You know what I'm saying?
this is Habakkuk 2 and 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, established a city by iniquity.
There it is, man. This place, just like many of these other places, not just America, you know, that's how they got that hegemony over all these other countries, man. You know, establishing it by blood, by city, by violence, man. You know, that's how they get, like the brother said, man, you do some type of intimidating act, you know, people will pack up shop. You know, they just up and leave like, hey, no, y'all got it, man. You know, you don't think that's been going on? That's history, but you don't think that's been going on for generations, man? You know?
Because people come to the
Annexing
realization
countries.
that shit ain't worth their life.
No.
You know what I'm saying? But they life being threatened, people come to the realization like, that shit ain't worth my life long. And half people really go that route.
Yeah.
Like, they don't even want no money. They're just like, yo, I had this shit. Just leave me alone.
Real talk. Real talk. You know? We got it, brother.
Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory.
Yeah, now you feel with shame. Now you want to change history.
Yeah.
Now you want to go back and want to rewrite. You about to say something?
Yeah, I'm saying, I don't know if brother saw that. I just did a video, and then, like, I think last week we had that situation at University of North Dakota where they found they was looking for like so-called Native American certain things they had in college like 104 years ago, and they found it, but they found boxes with so-called Native American remains in it. So that's that again. That's shameful spewing upon your glory, man. Because all these different colleges, etc., they look at as like premier things. Like you're so wise, you got all this wisdom. Okay, if you go to Esau school system, man, but they were founded off what, man? Off the rape, robbery, and murder, the misery of the Israelites, man. Both northern and southern kingdom,
That's
man.
it. See? And you even had a professor, because you had two people with blue checks next to their name. You had Jeff Bezos, he was pretty much speaking on the God's earth queen, and then you had a professor, I forget where she was at, but it was an Israelite, like a Jake woman, a professor who was speaking out against pretty much the oppression that those people were bringing, those Edomites was bringing on her people, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was, he was in so many words trying to shame her, you know, for having such a derogatory remark. But the thing is, look at all the wickedness that these devils been doing. You know, and nobody been holding them accountable. You see, the scriptures in Yahweh Bashim Yahshua is what's gonna hold them accountable, man.
Yeah, and that's why the light is being shined upon Esau. And those who know you've never been like on a stage or something, like the light is shining on you, that light gets hot, man.
Yeah.
And that's the spirit, because there's even the same called being on the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? Esau in the hot seat right now, man. Your wickedness is being brought to the light.
Yeah. Right, man. Your skirt being uncovered, man.
Finishing off the verse, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory.
So people don't look at America in that light that they once used to view it. You know, hey, this is the land to go to, the paradise, and you know, you can go over there. Everybody used to want to come here to try. People risk their life crossing fucking oceans and shit, getting on, you know, trains and stuff like that, trying to come here to make a new life, and then they come and see that this ain't what it was hyped up to be.
Yeah, when they pulled the troops out of Afghanistan.
Oh, yeah.
When I actually happened years ago, you had people fucking holding on to the airplanes.
Yeah, right.
That's a prime example, man. Of the inspiration. You know what I'm saying? But this place is held in high esteem, man, which is really all of the bar. You know what I'm saying? This place don't deal with reality.
like, bro, he in the spirit, cause he like covered his face now. You can see it.
I ain't see that.
He was like sitting, he was like sitting in like an airport or something like that. But he had his face covered, but you know his voice, cause his voice is real recognizable. But he was just talking about how everything is cheap here, disgusting, this and that. He's like, it's the worst place in the world. This place. Like real talk, bro.
Everything he was drunk in the fuck.
Yeah, I remember this situation with this. It was a woman, like a Taiwanese woman, and she was either Chinese or something, but she was pregnant and she was about to have a baby, and they was comparing how it is for maternity leave in the United States in comparison to maternity leave in that country over there. And maternity leave here is like something like a month or something paid off or something like that. But over there, it's like 6 months, almost to a year of, you know what I'm saying, maternity leave. So you can get to, you know what I'm saying, to bond with your pair bonding with your child and stuff like that, you know? So, man, this place ain't what it ain't what it's cracked up to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Looks can be deceiving. And that's what it is with these people, because the majority of people, they look at America through a glass partially darkened, man. Because they look at America through social media. You know what I'm saying? Through television, through movies, through TV series. So that's how they expect America to be when they come over here. But then they come to America and then they get a hard dose of reality, man.
Yeah,
You know?
it's nothing but a mirage, man.
It's a
All
mirage.
You got people, and I heard it firsthand from the horse's mouth, man. All right, I done met a couple people I used to work with and stuff like that. The job is foreigners that come over different countries. They tell me how it is to live over there and coming over here. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they be like, look, I just make my money and I get back to my other country. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's scripture tell you that, man. Every man shall complete to the
Isaiah 13. Yeah, because it goes into the Israelites are not his tent there. You know what I'm saying? Meaning they ain't going to be able to come over here and make their money. Because that's what the smart foreigners do. They come over here, they set up a company or a store, and they go back. And they'll have them American, you know what I'm saying, Arab come over here and run the shit or whatever. You know?
Why can't Jake do that, man? I mean, if you do that, it's gonna come to an end shortly, man. Them motherfuckers build generational wealth off this stops they set up. You know?
Yeah. So they've been able to reap and benefit off this country for a minute. That's how they use this place as a whore. That's why America is referred to as a whore. And also a virgin. You know, because that's how they use it, man. They use it to make, because it can go up.
That's why they say even some Arabian pistol too.
Oh yeah. Well, you in the chapter, is it Isaiah 13 with the brother called? Yeah. I think the brother probably get it.
Isaiah chapter 13.
Obviously, he was filming Jehovah.
Right,
Verse 15. Isaiah 13, verse 14. And it shall be as the chase road, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land.
Because this chapter goes into the destruction of Babylon the Great. When you start from the top, they talk about the burden of Babylon, which Amos, all right, did see. Okay? This is going into the destruction of this place. All right? And like the brother just read, what was that last part on that verse off? It said, what? Yeah. Every man shall turn to his own people, and everyone shall give.
Everyone into his own
Into
land.
his own land. You know, so that's what they're going to desire to do. Hell, when the C-19 was popping off and it was having those travel restrictions, you know, people was trying to get back to, you know, their people. You know, and they was limiting your access to do so. Well, that time is going to come again, man. Because they're going to shut shit down too. What that scripture at the brother quoted, though? The Raven Fish 10, is that not in that chapter?
Isaiah 13, we start at 19. In Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
Fire and brimstone. Yeah. That's how the Lord gonna destroy this place, man. Just like he did Sodom and Gomorrah, man. By fire and brimstone, like the brother just said. Get ready for it. They tell you in Malachi the 4th chapter at the top, man. You know?
Well, they already remember they had that news thing talking about books listening in the house.
Phillips.
Hey, and two, that's
Go to the center.
hey, yo, that's a clue that you know Babylon is America because Babylon was never destroyed by fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's clues right there.
Verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt
That's
in.
another clue.
Yeah.
Because even ancient Babylon is still inhabited to this day.
Isaiah 13, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right. Lord is done with this place. Hey, it's gonna be desolate. Man. You know, it's like it.
No, I was thinking because when we go into the word, never, it was like never, not at all, now or in the future. That's basically what the word never goes into. Not at all now or in the future, man. Because I'm thinking of when the scripture say never trust thine enemy. So not at all, not now or in the future, you never trust your enemy. So this place ain't never gonna be inhabited, man. Not now or in the future.
Yup, and also they said it's gonna be destroyed like Sodom and Gomorrah. Why was Sodom and Gomorrah destroyed? Because of homosexuality and lesbianism. All right, Babylon, ancient Babylon, it wasn't heavy and to the point where homosexuality was spread abroad like that, man. Of course, you had it going on, all right, but it wasn't out and about like it is like with America or the ancient Sodom and Gomorrah. So this place gonna get the same destruction, man. Fire with Sodom and Gomorrah and fire with Babylon. And what place on planet Earth? This is a place where they legislated, they made law for homosexuals get married, man. Lesbian. Okay, so that's cool. You know?
It says, reading on, neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
That's exactly what Bruce going into with the different Arabs coming in, making their little shots, man, making money off the Israelites, man. And what do they primarily set up, man? It's like in our neighborhoods, bro. So they ain't gonna make a physical tent there no more, man. This place gonna be desolate. They ain't gonna be nowhere set up.
Right, because the majority of shops that they were out selling like convenience stores or hair stores. You know what I'm saying? Them one of the two main stores that the Arabs, when they come over here, those are the type of stores that they open up. You know what I'm saying? Convenience stores and even my neighborhoods, it ain't really no convenience stores. They go to the grocery store and get all their shit at once and then go to the house. You know what I'm saying? They don't, like for us, like, cause it is, that's the spirit they put convenience stores in J community because it's kind of convenient, right? Because if Jake could go in that bitch and eat fucking chips for breakfast, you feel me? Get a bag of chips or a little Debbie for breakfast because they ain't got no food or ain't no parents or parental guys in their house making them breakfast. Esau, they don't need no convenience stores, man. You go to Edomite communities, bro, it ain't no fucking convenience stores. It's gas stations fucking miles away from their house, bro. Right, exactly.
Yo, they want to keep the money in the community, in the race.
Right,
They let Ishmael or Moab set up shop over there in communities, man.
Right.
All right, because they, like I said, they want to keep the money circulation within their race. You know, so I used to do deliveries and whatnot, and I had a strong vibe of Edomites like not wanting me to be there because I used to deliver packages and shit like that. They don't want us. You know what I'm saying? They keep shit. They keep the white in their community basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's called a tight-knit community.
Now even Moab do that shit, man.
Yeah.
The Chinatown, they keep that money in their community. Keep the money, I might just borrow some money for you, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got me and stuff like that. They ain't depending on different races to do that.
That's the spirit, because we're the same way, bro. We talk the kingdom's gonna be for Israelites, man.
Yeah.
They ain't dealing with you up next ain't part of this, man.
Hell no.
The same way.
All right, this Jeremiah 51:7. It say Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunk. It said the nations have drunken up her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right. So yeah, these nations are starting to realize how much of a phony America is, man. That's what it's talking about in the scriptures. Babylon is talking about America, man. Verse 8, it say Babylon is so fallen and destroyed. How for her to take on for her pain?
So if I can say real quick, so I can take you off. He said
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take mourn for her pain, and so she may be healed. We will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. It say, forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the sky.
Right. That's the spirit. We just mentioned that about the fact that they go back to their own land.
And even a couple months ago, I had sent that one article in the chat about that Vietnamese woman that she was talking about why she was going back to her land.
That's it. That's why I was talking about the maternity thing. It was that article you sent. She was talking about that too.
She literally said it too. She said her parents taught her that. She literally, her own words, that the coming to America is a land of gold streets. She literally said that in the article, man. And she was like, man, she's like, no, she also was talking about how people, she was talking about how these nations got rich off America. She was talking about how their infrastructure now is more built up. So now, over there now. So now I can go back over there.
It's a more developed country.
That's right.
Lucky too, and you mentioned the Vietnamese woman, her mom. You know, that's back in the 50s. That's when America was. That's when America was booming. So of course, you know, her mom would say, "Hey, come to America. You can flourish. You can, you can do your thing there." But nowadays, America ain't shit, man. All right, now it's more convenient for them to go back to their own country, be around their own people, than to be mixed around people and not flourishing.
Man, I did a video on this shit too, man. You got Edomites, all right? They moved down to Mexico to spread their money, man.
Seeing that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's correct down there in Saudi that these Edomites moving to Mexico, and then they bragging about how the cost of living in comparison to Los Angeles to them moving to Mexico. Oh, this is like a third of how, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a car salty about that shit.
They pushing them out the community, man. You might live there 10 years.
Yeah, they gonna gentrify. Especially the cities and the towns that's closer to the American border. They gonna gentrify them bitches, bro.
They gonna show you the hypocrisy of Esau. And now, nigga, you the one crossing the fucking border.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right, because, you know, what it is too.
A white bet.
They'll use their American currency over in Mexico and convert the money so they get a lot more bang for the buck.
Right. And when you go into like what's that shit called where they had with the Mexicans and the Spaniards, it was a war. Is it called Spanish-Mexican War? It might be called that. But in particular, I'm thinking of these dudes like Emiliano Villa Zapata, like to the restaurant we go to, Zapata's by my house. Because he was like a well-known figure in Mexican quote-unquote politics, if you will. But what he was doing was he was telling the fucking gringos that they need to give that land back that they had occupied back to the farmers and the people that lived there, bro. That shit go back centuries. So the fact that they talking about how Esau's moving there now and fucking, you know what I'm saying, buying up all the land and stuff, that shit was going on way back. But when you go into that, man, we go to the history of Emiliano Villa Zapata. I don't know if brothers remember him. And he had other people with him. I ain't read that. It's been a minute since I read it, but it's just coming back to me now, man. That's what they wanted. They wanted the land back for the farmers that was cultivating the land, bro.
That's beautiful because I feel like they gonna treat them just like they do those Edomites over there in Africa.
I was just thinking about that.
How they've been treating them. They've been, abusing them and doing all kind of shit because they really don't want them there. And that's just the spirit that's starting to come back on these other nations, man. To hate this man because, man, you stand out, man. You got that fucking leprosy. You don't belong here, man.
Hey, that's a recipe for disaster because when the race wars break out, it's gonna be easy to get them. They're gonna be right there, man. You got shit stocked up in your basement because these guys do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, when things get bad, the first thing on Esau's mind is self-preservation, man. All right, this motherfucker, he's the type of individual. But when shit go down, he ain't telling nobody he's gonna leave. You know what I'm saying? And all these other nations, including our people, it's gonna be easy to get hands on. You ain't gonna have to go far. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying?
Job 30:5, they were driven forth from among men. They cry after them as after a thief.
Ooh.
That's a spirit, because again, after the Roman Empire. why I feel that's the same thing that happened, man. Because at that time, all the other nations, like Apostle Paul said, the darker nations, they looked at Esau for what he was, man. That veil was with him, like, man, this nigga, he's a fucking problem, bro.
Yeah.
That's the same spirit that's come upon the earth now. People realize it, man. The so-called white man, he's the problem.
Yeah.
Look what it say, because that's the other dude, the other Issacharite, it was really like Pancho Villa. He's different Issacharites, bro, that was doing this movement. Right? It said Emiliano Zapata and Pancho Villa, what did they do? Quick facts. Famous for, this is what they famous for. Fighting for fair land rights for peasants, guerrilla leader in the Mexican Revolution, commander of the Liberation Army of the South, bro. So he was a military commander, he was a leader. Emiliano Zapata, when you look at him, bro, like when we go to see Senor, it's a big ass poster of him right there with the sombrero on, and he had the you know how they had the revolvers with the belts with the bullets in them and shit. He had that, and even then, bro, I was talking about, I said, bro, he even had skinny jeans on back then. He didn't have no baggy shit on. You feel me? He had the skinny, like the leather fitted jacket. He had the fitted jeans, but that's one of the things that gotta have, bro. Salaki. That's one of the things that Villa Zapata was known for, man. You know what I'm saying? For fighting for fair land rights for peasants, and this is in Mexico, bro. So Jake really they already got a kind of like a disdain for the gringos. That's what they call them, bro. They call them the gringos. The Mexicans, they already hate the gringos. So the fact that these so-called white people move into Mexico, that's going to erase the so-called Mexican, man. I wouldn't be surprised if them niggas, because Pancho Villa, they had children, bro. Feel me? And a lot of them children, those revolutionaries, they children, bro, they be fucking following the same footsteps as their fathers, bro. Or you know what I'm saying? They predecessors, the ones that came before them, man. You know, so I wouldn't be surprised but majority of the time, the mainstream media, they ain't gonna cover no real news like that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna cover no shit like that. But that's just a little history on Villa Zapata, man.
Especially down there in Mexico too, because like the law ain't as tight down there too. A lot of shit going down.
Hell yeah, bro. Them niggas go against the Mexican government area. Them niggas, this card will be playing, bro.
This Isaiah 32 verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Isaiah 32 and 5, the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful.
Hey, it's good to tell you that this man is, what it say in Genesis, he's a vagabond and a fugitive, man. This motherfucker running for justice, he's gonna talk about justice system. Nah, your ass running for justice, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you go, man. You know what I'm saying? When you come in the neighborhood, there goes the neighborhood. Shit.
Hey, and the thing is, another thing too, you know, that I was thinking of, is you say he's a fugitive and a vagabond, he's running for justice. You see, he's starting to get afraid because he's seeing his numbers going to the team. You know, they seeing how they're dying faster than a lot of them are being born. All right, and they're seeing the numbers that Israel and these other nations putting up, and it's got them afraid because they know that eventually, somewhere down the line, they're going to be the minority, which they always really been. They just called us that by keeping us separated. But together, collectively, we're the majority now.
This Isaiah 32 verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful.
It says churl, it says, in the etymology, it says a peasant. It says one of the lowest class, man, a low degree. Okay, so that's Esau. And instead of bountiful, it says bountiful to give or give freely, producing abundance, man. So basically, Esau, that image of him being a righteous man, okay, being a loving, giving man, being the righteous man of the earth, is being taken away, man. But again, people look at him for who he really is, man. They say like, man, this dude's a devil, man. You know? John 10 and 10, the thief coming out with the steal, kill, and destroy, man.
Yeah, because Satan is known for, the devil's known for giving gifts. Yeah. That's what he's known for, giving gifts and giving free giveaways and, you know, to our people and mainly to our women. You know what I'm saying? All that's now is being exposed because the scripture says it can give you straight from the heart. So there's a reason why he does the things that he does, and those reasons are now being exposed.
Like I said, when you look at, because the brother was talking about, Esau going into Mexico. When you look at what happens when Esau goes in, what happens? You get cities like Tijuana, Cancun. They drive out the natives, right, and then they build their infrastructure to make it a vacation spot.
Yeah, a tourist attraction.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what happens when Esau comes and infiltrates. I'm gonna use the word infiltrate a native nation, man. So it's a lot of cities in Mexico that's gentrified like that to make it a tourist attraction. So now you barely even see any Issacharites in there in Tijuana and stuff like that, Cancun. All you see is Edomites on vacation, man.
That's the spirit, because we were talking about prime real estate earlier.
Yeah.
And those different cities that you mentioned, those are like prime real estate. Cancun in particular, because that's a coastal city. It's right on the water. You know what I'm saying? You got Tulum, Mexico. That's where a lot of Jays go now. You know what I'm saying? The vacations, that's the thing now, to see the pyramids and shit in Tulum, Mexico. You know? And that's just the, you know what I'm saying? That's the agenda of these Edomites. That's what they do. We brought out the scriptures that, you know what I'm saying, goes into these different things, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Micah's the second chapter about, they cover fields. They take them away by violence. You know? No, go ahead, bro.
And even in Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter, it says that he that loveth silver should not be satisfied with silver. So he puts people in subjection, right? He pillages, rapes, murders people in order for him to gain monetary value, man. You know? You got it, right?
Yeah, right. That's all it's all about with this devil. It's all about money, riches, and greed. Ultimately, that's what it is, because this devil is, like people talk about, greed dog. They can never have enough, man. So you got a precept to close with, the brothers good? Yeah, so with that, we pray this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. The honor to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well. Shalom, Salah, peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom. Waffle.